No, Jusha, you can't call them that anymore. What's up, guys?
Where did that come from? Is that because of last week where I was insistent that I didn't call Adesanya anything ugly or what?
Yeah,
Pretty much. No, I didn't. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm sticking with my guns on that one. Anyway, jumping straight in.
Yeah.
We got such a great response from the draft last week, so we're doing it again.
Yes, we're doing it again. We're going to go with the top. We're going to do our top 5 picks for guys that have never won a UFC title.
Like the best guys,
Yeah.
not the greatest necessarily,
Yeah.
but like guys that that could have, should have, would have won a belt.
Yes, I think so. And I think there's a healthy. I think there's gonna be a healthy mix of guys that we were fans of and guys that we think are decent.
Definitely.
And if it was another era, maybe if they didn't have that level of opponents,
Maybe if there was another champion.
yeah.
If the champ was just like literally anyone else.
Yes, yeah,
it would have been
100%.
fine.
Okay, cool. So I think we're also gonna have a lot of the same answers. So it's gonna be
Yes.
interesting to see how your final 5
Plays out.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's hit it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes. Paper, scissors. Okay, damn it again.
Okay, just because I know for a fact who your number 1 pick is, and I'm actually gonna give it to you.
Oh,
I'm gonna
really?
give it to you. Yes. Okay. My phone is dead, so I have it on a piece of paper. I'm gonna go with number 1 overall pick, and man, it's a shame that he didn't win a world title. Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was on my list. Not number 1, but he was on my list. You know what,
Okay.
dude? Just in a different. If John Jones wasn't the champion,
Yeah.
I mean, like, he's just one of those guys, like, and he's champion, and it's just like, okay, no, you can't ever reach that point now
Yeah.
that John Jones is champion. What a shame.
Yeah,
Because
it's a
that
shame.
fight was a banger.
What a banger of a fight. One of the top 5 at least ever. Yeah, great fight.
I mean, it's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And if it's in the Hall of Fame, it's in my Hall of
yeah,
Fame.
yeah.
Okay, my first pick, the Dan delegation chooses Wonderboy Thompson. Did you know it was going to be him?
No, no, but
Really?
you opened that up completely. Wonderboy Thompson.
Oh, yes.
Is that your number 1
That's
pick?
my number 1 pick. I thought you knew it. It was him.
No, I was convinced it's someone else.
Oh, wow. All right.
okay.
Okay. No.
Now I'm wondering if he actually won a world title.
Who?
Maybe he did. I don't know. Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll chat about it afterwards.
Wonderboy Thompson is amazing. He obviously had unfortunate fights with Tyron Woodley, which
I mean,
was
one split decision.
nothing as bad as Carla Esparza, Rose Namajunas,
Yeah.
but some of them were quite.
But that's how you have to beat
Bad.
him. Like, that's how
Yeah.
you beat Wonderboy.
Yeah.
Is you have to, like, be kind of boring and stifle him. Because, I mean, the man's good.
yeah,
I
he is
love
very
him.
good.
Like, that's one of
Yes,
those guys
that
that,
is-
I am a fan of.
That
And
is
I
so
think-
surprising that that's your number 1 pick.
Okay.
yeah,
I really thought you thought it was him.
okay.
Because I've been vocal about my support for all the Wonderboy.
Yeah, but you've been vocal about your support for someone else as
Oh,
well.
wow, okay, well,
but
we'll-
I'm not sure if he has won a world title.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. Second
Did he
pick.
win a world title?
Second
Shit.
pick for the
He must
Saaiman
have then.
delegation.
He must have then won a world title. Okay,
I
then
don't
I'm
know.
gonna scratch him off my list.
Okay, no. Make that pick, and we'll discuss it.
Was Chael Sonnen a world champion? yes. Number 2 overall pick.
Chael Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen.
You see the uncle. but again, unfortunate fight with Anderson Silva.
Yes, 100%. That's why I picked him.
That's
That's
a-
why I thought that was your number 1 pick.
I've actually got a really good one to go along with Chael Sonnen.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
Vanderlei Silva.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I like that.
How about now?
How about now? I still think my pick is ahead, pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay,
Yeah.
so I've got Wonderboy and Silva. You've
Yeah.
got Chael
Gustafsson.
and Gustafsson. Yes.
Chael. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Number 3 overall pick.
Number 3 overall.
And I think I'm going to switch it last minute because I wanted to pick someone in a heavier division. But I'm going to go with Gegard Mousasi.
Okay, that is an interesting pick.
I think he is, talent-wise, he's one of the best fighters in the world. And it's a shame that he has not won a world title.
Okay.
And I think people are going to give us a lot of shit in the comments because there might be more famous
Yeah, he's not that
guys.
famous.
He's not that famous, but skill set wise, I think he was up there for sure. And how he was performing in Bellator, I think he could have been a world champion. Yeah.
Okay, that is a very interesting pick. Let me just consult my notes again. Okay, for my third overall pick, I'm taking Yoel Romero.
Okay, that's a good pick.
It's a great pick.
That's a great pick. The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Oh yes, I mean the mutant himself.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't someone say like he has? Didn't like someone say, or the UFC doctor say he's never seen a skull that thick? And
Yes.
like,
Yeah. I think
veins
it
that
was
thick.
actually a optometrist that said, listen, he went for an eye test after a fight, and he said, this guy's a freak of nature. So
I'm still convinced like he's like some kind of Soviet experiment.
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a super soldier program.
How great would it be to have him on a podcast?
Well, you wouldn't be able to understand him, would you?
He had one of those interviews where they asked him something about adversity or hardships, and he's like, "You don't want to know, brother. You don't want to know."
He's also got the scariest way of saying "I love you" ever.
I love you.
I love you, Michael Bisping.
And he's a classic. Well, he's now famous for that. He's barking to the camera.
Oh yes.
But he's actually fighting for a Bellator title.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean, still going at his age.
Crazy.
It just shows what a specimen that man is.
Absolute unit. That's a
okay.
great pick.
It is a great
That was
pick.
your third pick.
That
right?
was my third pick.
third pick.
Fourth overall for the Saaiman delegation.
Now I'm a bit thrown all over the place, but I'm gonna go with Alistair Overeem.
Oh, damn it, that was my
Was
next
that your
pick.
fourth pick?
Yeah. Horse
Yeah.
meat Overeem.
It's 100%. I think he's won every single other title ever,
I mean, he's won.
except a UFC
Pride.
title.
Pride, I think he won.
Yes, yeah.
Glory.
Glory. Yeah.
Bellator, did he win? I can't
Not
remember.
sure.
I don't think so.
But I think in his UFC debut, he finished Brock Lesnar, who then became
Yes.
UFC champion. So it's,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't deny
he
him.
deserves to be.
He's an
in-
all-time great.
yeah,
Absolutely.
in those
For
top
my-
five.
Okay, for my fourth pick, I'm taking Anthony Rumble Johnson.
That is a rest in peace, Rumble
Yes.
Johnson. That's a great pick. I didn't even think of him. That's a great pick. He was so good.
The only reason I remember is he obviously sadly passed away the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, age 38.
Yeah.
Like, really, what a shame. Like, that's really, really a shame. And I was just looking through his Wikipedia. I was like, yes, I wonder if this guy ever won a title.
Yeah.
And I just saw he had, like, 2 unfortunate matchups against DC.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's crazy. That's a great pick. I think you've brought back your draft a little bit with that.
Yes,
with that
Rumble
one.
Johnson.
100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, now I have 4 guys to pick from.
Yes, I hope you don't pick like the last guy I have. This is a very short
You
list.
might steal the show with this one because I'm now pretty confused as to who I'm
As
gonna
to
go.
the final pick.
I'm gonna go with the California kid, Uriah Faber.
Faber.
Yeah,
Again, unfortunately matched up against Aldo.
yeah. It's just,
I mean,
but
if you come up against arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest featherweights of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much you can
there's
do
no
against
shame
that.
in that as well.
Absolutely
He's
not.
fought the best of the best, and I still think they should make a retirement fight for both fighters, and it should be Cub Swanson versus Uriah Faber.
That would be cool. The
In California.
The California battle.
Main event in
Like,
California.
who gets to call themselves the real California kid?
That's
I
a
like
sick
that.
fight.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. My final pick. Oh, now I'm going. No,
I have
now,
a few honourable mentions I want to
Yes,
just
no, I think
mention
I'm
as
going to
well.
choose one of your honorable mentions because I'm pretty out of options here. Oof. Because Faber was literally my 5th pick.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was. I think
glad,
I'm gonna
I'm glad I
go-
stole that from
You
you.
did steal that from me. I think I'm going to just go Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
That's
Again,
great. I'm gonna just say one guy that I think you're gonna regret
Yeah.
for not thinking of. Cowboy Cerrone.
I kind of.
Over Nick Diaz?
I don't know. Didn't they fight each other and who won?
I can't remember.
No. Cowboy Nate fought,
Yeah.
I think. And I think Cowboy won.
But that's a Nick Diaz. That's a fair
I
play.
think he's a better fighter than Nate was at his prime.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
again, matched up against GSP.
Yes.
I mean, he fought some great guys. Like, I think as a 5th pick, just to round
That's
it
a
off,
solid. That's a
it's
solid.
a solid
pick.
pick. He's not like he's obviously not
Yeah.
a first round Hall of Fame pick for this, but I think is a good pick.
But you really surprised me with Wonderboy Thompson.
Okay.
That was a surprise, and then obviously Anthony Rumble
You know,
Johnson.
a Rumble was like
Rumble
my little
is-
trump card.
That
in
is
the back.
that's a great card. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So just to recap, my top 5 are Alexander Gustafsson, Then I had, who did I have second? Oh, Sonnen, obviously.
Obviously.
Still mad to this day. Okay, Gegard Mousasi. Then I went with Alistair Overeem, and then in my final pick, Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber. So mine was obviously Wonderboy Thompson, Wanderlei Silva.
Yeah, that's a solid pick as well.
I love that one. Who else had I did? Rumble Johnson.
Yes. And then you had
Nick Diaz. And I'm missing one. Oh yeah, Yoel Romero. Of course.
Yes, of course.
So let us know who won this draft.
Please
in
let
your
us
opinion.
know. Yeah, who won this? Either myself or Jusha. Let us know who you think won, and then please let us know what your top 5 are, because I'm pretty sure, like, honorable mentions are like Crow Cop, obviously, Joseph Benavides.
I forgot about Crow Cop.
Yeah,
I would have picked him over Nick Diaz, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crow Cop is a good one. Joseph Benavides is just unfortunate, you know, and then Cowboy Cerrone. There's a few other ones that are in the back.
That kind of in the back of your head.
So let us know what your top 5 picks are. That would be fun to see as well, because it's like Michael Chandler as well. He's one of those guys that I wish that he wins a world title, and I still think he can, but I think he is showing it better than anyone. You do not have to have a world title to be respected in the sport.
Or one of the best, like one of the fan favorites.
It's that kind of weird bridge MMA has between show business and being a sport.
Yeah.
So
the thing, he's just not eligible yet.
Yeah.
Like for this list, because he's still active and he's still in the running, he's still in the top 5. So I wouldn't say like guys like that are eligible.
Yeah.
Just some rules for you back at home.
Yeah. It has to be guys that are like or super inactive or retired.
Yeah. Yes, good picks.
Great
I
picks.
I think for next week we're doing top 5 prospects.
That's a great one. Let's do that.
I want to do prospects, and then we did a podcast a year ago when we like put out some hot take predictions for the year of 2022.
We're gonna have to go rewatch that.
I want to do a review for that.
Yeah, that would be sick. Let's do that.
It's
I think we
getting
must
into,
actually
like, fun times now.
We must maybe put up. I'll edit some of the thoughts we had in that, and then we'll watch it together, and then we'll just
That'll be
review
cool.
that.
We can
That'll
do
be
that.
sick. Let's do that.
All right.
Yeah.
In other news, Derek Lewis pulls out.
That was I didn't really follow what happened. It was very last minute pullouts.
Undisclosed medical issues.
Yeah.
Off the way in.
So someone asked me an interesting question. Shout out to the goat of Bespoke, Mr. Jason himself. But he asked me and I actually don't know, but does Sergey Spivak get his show purse?
I'm sure he does.
Because
No,
there's one report I saw he pulled out before the event started, after weigh-in, and then there's one that said he pulled out the moment the main card started.
Oh wow.
Now,
I
think
you should get show
again.
purse.
I'm an idiot. Maybe none of those are right or correct, but still, even if you made weight, do you get your show purse?
That's kind of what I want to say. I think like give the show purse as soon as you make weight.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's like the battle before the battle.
Yes.
Everyone who's cut weight can tell you, like, that's a horrible part of it.
We were actually just speaking in the kitchen about, I think, how people underestimate how tough a weight cut is. And that's a lot to go through.
Not a fun time.
before climbing in a cage and fighting in front of millions. That's a lot of adversity you go through.
Even fighting in front of 10, it's still not fun.
It's not
It's
fun.
still not fun.
Then you have to go into a fist fight after cutting weights. But yeah, I think Sergey Spivak deserves his show
dude.
purse.
I mean,
I feel bad for him.
I do.
That's bad.
I do too.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is if you put money on Derek Lewis for the past 3 fights, you only would have lost 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
You wouldn't lose your money on this one.
the glass is always half full with us.
But I mean, Yon Kutubala, I think he was the new main event, wasn't he? Or-
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he always looks so good in the first round.
Yeah.
And then the second round,
It's just as if someone pulls up a handbrake.
he just goes ooga booga woo.
Yeah, yeah.
Caveman now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I honestly didn't watch the card. We are also in camp,
Yes.
so sleep schedules are super important for the coming
As it should be.
for the coming few weeks before our fights. But yeah, it was unfortunate seeing Derek pull out because I wanted to wake up to a highlight reel knockout.
yes.
You know, I wanted to wake up with him just doing his Black Beast celebration.
Yes.
And
It's
we
cool.
couldn't, so.
But I mean, even talking about your fight, how are things going there? Can you disclose anything more?
No, I can't. I really can't.
Because I've had a few.
I don't know.
I actually get some questions of people
Yes, I can
on
imagine.
Instagram. I get some questions. Hey, do you have the inside scoop?
I also get a lot of questions, and apologies if I don't reply. Sometimes I also just read stuff and actually type a reply and never send
Yeah,
the
you
messages.
don't even reply to your friends.
Yeah, it's just it's in camp, you know. It's
Of
but it's one of those things where I don't reply because I don't know what's going on. So
Oh wow. Because
It's-
yeah,
all
what
I know
can you say?
I'm flying Monday.
Okay, you're flying Monday.
Next week Monday, I am flying from South Africa. I'm flying all the way to Las Vegas. Viva
Las Vegas.
Yes, the great and powerful Las Vegas. And I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it. I am in the I think in the best shape I've ever been. I think people say that after every fight camp,
No,
but
as you must.
I really do believe that camp has actually gone very smoothly, which is a abnormal thing
I was
for me.
surprised, honestly.
It was because there's always just something that happens in fight
Every
camp.
time I see you, I'm like, Cam, how's camp going? Have you torn an ACL yet? Have
Yeah.
you gotten like serious like MRSA or something? Like, how are things going? You're
Yeah.
like, actually feeling fit, feeling
It's-
healthy, feeling ready.
Everything is going well. So hopefully we have some turbulence on the flight there, just so that something goes a little bit wrong.
Yes.
Before we
Like
land.
not to 9/11 proportions, but
Because-
just like a little bit of.
Yeah, because always before a fight, I'm like, something has to go wrong before the fight. Otherwise, it's gonna go wrong in the fight.
I
So
get you.
a bit of turbulence wouldn't kill anyone.
There's quite a lot of those like little stuffies like that goes on in fight camp, eh?
That's one thing I've actually seen, not only in our sport but in most sports. People have weird superstitions, like not washing certain types of underwear. I've heard
Yes.
that about baseball players doing that. Something I have, which is also, I shave my leg hair before weigh-in because I just think like, who needs that weight? We can cut some weight, you know.
Yes.
I'm not gonna go full bald, obviously.
Well, I mean, even like 100 grams is still. If
100
if you're
grams is
100
100 grams, my
If
man,
you're
yeah,
100 grams
yeah.
grams over, and you think you have to get back in that bar,
But yeah, but 100.
end me.
And what the worst is, let's say you have 300 grams, climb in
Yeah.
a bath for 10 minutes.
Oh,
That has
man.
happened before.
And then you still have 100 to go.
And then you have like 250 to go. That sucks. That sucks.
Pain.
Yeah.
Laden.
But always before weight cuts, I always shave my legs. It's just it's
Okay,
just like,
ritual.
it's a ritual. And okay, here's another reason for doing that. I think like if it grows back and it's a little bit spiky, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable.
Do you actually think someone so pumped on adrenaline is going to feel like a little spiky leg hair if they get head kicked?
Possibly.
Possibly. They're probably just going to feel
Like
with-
it's all I'm
being
going to say,
fat.
it's worked out every
It's
time.
worked out. It might. I think.
Every single time.
I mean, a lot of I know some cycle teams go off the philosophy of marginal gains.
Yeah,
Spiky leg hair is like a marginal gain.
it's a marginal gain.
It's like swimmers, like shave their beard
Yeah.
for like a 0.1 second advantage.
Is it like aerodynamic, like a wing on an F1 car?
Yes, exactly. It doesn't do much. It's maybe just a placebo effect. Even the swim shorts.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen at an Olympic level, no one's in speedos or like a normal
Yeah, that makes
tights.
because it's going to create gaps.
Yeah.
Like little handbrakes.
But even like it's like specialized materials that
Yeah.
caps air.
That makes sense.
and a bunch
though.
of stuff like that. It doesn't do that much. It's like
But
a 2% gain, but
I-
it's a gain.
I understand what you're saying, but I think for every sport, and I think that is what technology has done. You look at running shoes,
Oh,
how that has changed. You know, it was always just
Yes,
like a
yes,
normal
those,
sneaker, and now you have like these crazy running
Nice
shoes.
with like the springs and the
The
carbon
springs,
fiber
yeah.
plates and stuff. Yeah, no, that's true.
Didn't like isn't that how Jordans also developed into having like Nike Air, having
Maybe.
air pumped into them? Because
Maybe.
I read Shoe Dog, what an absolute crazy book. The
Mm.
balls on that guy, Phil Knight, my man. We know you watching. What that was, and I think he was thinking, okay, let's put air in this, and it's gonna make them jump higher.
Yeah, does
Yeah.
it?
I don't know.
Does
I'm not
it?
sure.
Is it a fashion statement? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
think
still
so.
need a pair of Jordans, but I'm a Yeezy fan myself, to be
Oh,
honest.
you're a big Yeezy.
I'm a big-
That's a controversial thing
Yeah,
to say
well,
at
I'm a-
this stage.
I'm a Kanye West fan. I mean, what can I say?
That's
I'm not a
interesting.
Kanye West views fan.
Okay.
I'm a Kanye West fan.
That's a very interesting point. You can be a fan of someone without supporting their views.
Yes, but I think at some stage there's like a line,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Do you like his music?
I do. I
Okay.
do. I think Kanye is a very talented musician.
Okay.
I'm not going to call him a genius or anything
Yeah,
on
yeah,
air because people are going to say, well,
Well, you said it, so
I said it. But no, I really like Kanye's music. I really like his sneakers. I really don't like his opinion on Jewish people.
yes, that's quite controversial at this stage.
You have to
I
clarify that.
So I actually got a gift from someone that gave me a pair of slides,
Yeah.
Adidas slides,
yes,
which are
yes.
not the Yeezys. It's the
They
new
but
ones.
They're like very, very similar.
They look like those 3D printed ones, and they are very nice. Like I enjoy walking in there, chilling. Those are like my house shoes.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I go to the gym and I'm not in the mood to wear clothes, like I'm too lazy just to tie my
Not
laces.
wear clothes. You already just wear like a box and a pair of tights.
I know, and then you just slide into those bad boys and you go to the gym. But it's just one of those things. Oh, now I'm wearing those
Yeah.
slides, and people are saying, "Well, like, well, do you now? Are you anti Kanye West?" I'm not anti
No.
anything. I literally got gifted these
But at a
because
stage, I think there's a line you cross. You know,
yeah,
like
it's just like
I'm trying to think of a good example, but it's very difficult because all of these people are very controversial. What I have in my head.
yeah.
It's
Don't do something you'll regret.
No, I don't know. Not again.
It's just the thing of, I think people are very passionate about what they want to do, and it's just like if I'm wearing a Nike shirt, it's not. I
not a
have
statement, it's
I have
just
Adidas
nice.
pants in my cupboard as well.
Yeah.
It's just not. I'm not gonna pick my political
no,
views
no,
because of the
absolutely
brand
not.
I wear.
Like I like
It's-
Yeezys because
Except
I
if
think
you're
they're
that
cool.
panda brand here in South Africa that is apparently got a lot of flack
Oh really?
for.
I see
I do-
panda. I see panda, and I think, oh, I should jump para.
Okay, okay. Before, I'm not sure. Let me just say that it might be another brand, but I remember there was a gym wear, a South African brand,
Yes.
and the owner was going on a rant on a Facebook video about fat girls.
Yes.
and then people started obviously boycotting
Yes.
that specific brand.
Yeah.
And then I was like, listen, I wouldn't wear their stuff in any way because it's just like, it's terrible.
not
but,
my vibe at all.
But after the video, I can see how people see some views and then decide not to support.
Associate with it, of
Yeah.
course. I mean, and that's your full right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can vote with your wallet. Like, I'm going to support this person. I'm going to support this person.
Didn't Hugo Boss make Nazi jerseys?
They do.
They
I
do
mean,
or did?
They did. I don't think they do it anymore. I don't think the Nazi party is a thing anymore, Cameron. But
This is
I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. Goodness. But I mean, the SS uniforms, like they were better designed than the American ones. I don't know how to say that and not sound. I don't know how you say that and you don't sound bad.
I just feel uncomfortable. Can we change the subject?
I think we should.
Yeah, Sean Strickland is fighting Jared Cannonier.
Yes, Sean Strickland. Cocksucker guard. Let's go. I mean, he does stand like this, doesn't he?
He does. He does stand.
What are you
Very-
protecting, dude? Like raro.
What is this? What's this?
How did he get into the top 10 with this guard?
Yeah, that is quite. He is one tough guy. I saw a video which I was a massive fan of.
also a
troll.
dumbass.
Yeah, he is. He's you're not a big fan, but I saw a video of where he called out a troll on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and he was sparring that guy, and
Yeah.
just tuning him and saying, "Yeah, you're tough now," and he's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
hitting
yeah,
him in
yeah.
the stomach, and that was cool to see. I love seeing trolls get their shit rocked.
You
It's
know what
so
was a
much
good
fun.
one that I really liked was I don't know if you saw that video of Paddy Pimlet.
Yes,
With
Paddy.
the guy who said he bets him like I don't know how much money it was.
Yeah.
Like that City are gonna win the league.
The Man City
Yes,
supporter,
yes, yes,
and then he
yes,
gave
yes.
him like a few nickels and stuff.
Gave him like a bag of like nickels. But that was so cool
Yeah.
to see that. It was
That
like,
was cool.
Come spar me then if you want your winner.
Yeah, that was a great banter time. That's
it
the
is.
classic British banter.
The thing is, I don't like Paddy that much, but
Yeah.
I've definitely warmed up to him since his last fight
Yeah.
with his against the Monkey King. I can't remember his name.
Jordan Levitt,
Yes.
Yeah.
The Fruity King.
the fruity king, the twerker.
The twerker.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan. I like him a lot.
Mm.
I think I'm a big fan. I can't wait to meet him. I really hope I can meet him.
I mean, you're
And
fighting
yes.
on the same card.
Yeah,
I'm sure
so
you will.
chances are that we'll see each other.
Yeah, please tell him if you do meet him. The thing is, I'm thinking very far into the future now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm thinking if I if you don't try anything with my girlfriend, let's say, I think we'll stay good friends, right? So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we'll stay good friends until then.
Shout out to a specific South African
Please
band.
don't. And then we'll stay friends, right? But so I'm thinking far into the future. I'm like, yo, am I gonna maybe see some of these people
Yes.
that I'm talking shit about in
Probably.
the future,
Yeah,
like in a
you-
few years? You know, that'll be quite awkward.
I think you should really start thinking of what you say.
I think I should. I do not want to run into Sean Strickland.
Or or we should just put a disclaimer up. None of this is real. Just before every episode,
Yeah.
none of this is real.
Yeah, this is not.
This is all jokes.
This is not my opinion.
Yes.
I'm a character. I'm not like this in real life at all. Like, ask anyone who knows me. Like,
Yeah.
go to Team CIT. Ask anyone there who knows me. Is Jusha anything like he's in the podcast? And they will tell you, Nia, not at all. He's like a very laid back, very chill, very uncontroversial figure.
Don't lie to us 7 viewers. But back on
Back onto
Paddy-
fighting. This one is all over the place, but I'm enjoying it.
That's great. Paddy Pimlet,
Very familiar.
massive fan, and I think his stock is gonna keep on rising. Do I think he's gonna become a champion? I actually do think he has a fair shake of becoming one of the best in that division for sure.
Becoming like a Michael Chandler type character.
Yes,
Okay.
I do
That's-
believe
that's
that.
fair.
I do believe that, and also it's gonna be cool to see him, especially against Jared Gordon, who I think people are underestimating. I think he is very
A step up in
underestimated.
competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great fight. So it's going to be cool to see what adjustments Paddy can make. And I think with every single fight, you'll have to reassess. Okay, can he fight for a world title?
Yes.
And I
yes.
think it's going to
So
keep on
he
changing.
definitely impressed me in his last fight.
Yeah.
He showed some really good ground game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, wow, right. He's quite good on the ground. I still think he's gonna walk. If he walks into a Dariush, if he walks into a Faziev, if he walks into one of those guys, he's gonna not have a lack of night.
Yeah.
But like maybe a Drew Dober. I think you can take
But
maybe a
al-
Drew Dober or a
But
Bobby
also
Green.
allow Paddy to get the experience.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
And also his ground game.
Mm.
A lot of his finishes and Cage Warriors were on the ground. I think like he's known for his stand up because he's been finishing
Mm.
guys on the feet, but his strong suit is his ground game. So
The more I think about it, the only thing I didn't like about him, and still kind of don't, about him and Molly,
Yeah.
is like their antics. Where they're like Molly bringing in like a fake UFC belt into the cage and be like, yeah, and then like getting by Erin Blanchfield.
yeah, that
Blanchfield.
but she is very underestimated. I think she's underrated.
I mean,
Like
even Rogan
she's,
said that on his podcast afterwards.
she is a killer. And I think she's 23.
Oh wow.
23, 24.
Oh wow.
I might be wrong, but I think she's very young.
Wow.
So that's a cool
Someone to look out for.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I saw this clip of the Rogan podcast where I think it was I was talking to someone about the Molly McCann, Erin Blanchfield, and he was telling me he put some money on Molly, and Rogan was like, I don't know if I would do that.
That's a bad idea. Yeah, that was a cool fight. Back to the fights.
But yeah, those antics where they almost like, yeah, I want to fight the number 1 in the world, and they've
Yeah.
just beat number 33.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that's
But if you beat number 5 and you're like, yo, I'm gonna beat number 1, then I'm like, yo, let's go.
And I also think they have almost a social backing that if they beat the number 5 and they want to fight for the world title,
They'll get it.
They'll get it for sure.
I respect someone. If you talk shit and you're fighting the best guys, I respect that.
That was we got not flack, but some people said like, no, if Michael beats Poirier, he shouldn't be fighting for a world title.
Why not?
He's one of the most popular guys in the UFC, probably one of the most paid as well, and he has a shopping list amount of bonuses.
I don't know if he's fought anyone outside of the top 5. Maybe Dan Hooker was just
Dan
outside
Hooker.
of the top 5 when they fought. But I mean,
He's
Oliveira,
up there for sure.
Poirier.
Yeah.
I mean, who else did he fight? Oliveira, Poirier, Ferguson. Those are
Those are killers.
Those are not the easy fights, eh?
Yeah.
Those big names.
So we have a big fight, Sean Strickland, Jared Cannonier. I think that's the next one, if I'm not mistaken.
After, if Strickland goes in anything like his last fight, I mean, granted, he thought he could stand. That just shows you, like, what makes you think you can go out there, you can be a good striker, but you can be a great striker even, but what makes you think you can go out there against arguably one of the greatest kickboxers of all time, and you can stand like this?
Yeah.
Like, what makes you think you can accomplish that?
I think he has a lot of confidence.
I think maybe he's learned his lesson now, though.
Okay, just off the top of your head, who are you backing in that fight?
Cannonier, obviously.
I also have Cannonier. I do think I think Cannonier had a fairly good shot at beating Adesanya. Even though it just felt like he didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I really hope he pulls the trigger this time, because if he's still up there in that division,
absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely.
And I would absolutely love when Dricus knocks out Darren Till.
Cannonier.
I want him to fight Cannonier. I think that's a great fight. And after that fight, you can argue for Dricus to fight for a world title.
Actually, you could. I mean, because the timeline's so long. But yeah, obviously, Darren Till's, yes, he's not been as great in his last fights, but he's still a good fighter.
He's a good fighter.
Darren
And
Till
he's
is still dangerous.
Unfortunately, going to get finished.
Yeah.
Pretty badly. Unfortunately for
forward to
him,
it.
obviously. It's just like,
Yeah.
It's just, even Sean Strickland, having Dricus when he knocks out Darren Till.
Yeah. I think for Dricus, Strickland is an easier fight than Cannonier. I don't think Strickland. I don't know. Dude.
I think with the power that Dricus possesses, I think Strickland also gets his shit rocked.
No, but that's what I said. I
That's-
think
yeah.
Strickland's an easier fight than
Yeah.
Cannonier.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. After Strickland's last performance, I'm like, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
But let's maybe he proves me wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe he does. I'm a dumbass. Strickland,
Yeah,
if
we
we
don't-
ever meet in person, please don't kill me.
Yeah. We also don't know nothing, so don't.
And this is a character, as we said.
Speaking about characters, we have the FIFA World Cup.
Oh, goodness.
Now we were watching. It's weird. I like I told you, it looks like none of the teams are in shape. Okay, France look.
They look good.
I didn't watch the game. You said after 20 minutes.
It was pretty crispy after 20 minutes.
Okay. The games that I've been watching, and I'm a casual fan.
No. We are soccer pundits.
We are the equivalent to
I'm pretty-
insiders.
I'm pretty much like Gary Lineker. Yeah, like if you think greatest soccer pundits at the moment, like you've got Thierry Henry, you've got Gary Lineker and Cameron Saaiman.
I don't even know who those first two are. They below me. But it's just, it looks to me as if no one trained for this.
It
They
kinda
look
looks
like they're not gelling well. Maybe it's the heat of Qatar. Maybe it's not. There's no alcohol in the stadiums, but it's
I don't
weird.
know. It's like everyone is just trying their best not to lose. It's like no one is trying to win. You know?
Yeah. That is a great. that is 100%
Maybe it's just
true.
because it's like the first game. Like if you lose your first, I think it's like if you lose your first game in the group stages,
Yes.
you put yourself under like huge pressure.
Yeah.
But it's like everyone's just
But also, if everyone draws you under the same.
pretty much the
pressure,
same pressure.
yeah.
But I mean, 1 point's better than 0.
Yeah.
It's like having a split decision every single time.
Yeah.
Like,
But my point of the whole thing
Anyway,
was
yeah.
like, okay, they don't look. It doesn't look great. So how many of them can we fight?
Well, all of them. So it's
Like, let's say you take. Okay.
at the same time, or like 1v1.
Theory. Yeah, first theory.
Okay.
You put Joel Romero on a pitch, like they call it. How many soccer players do you think he'll?
Cage, so it's like enclosed. Like how many soccer players?
Yeah, obviously they're not allowed to run away. They need to try and
they
fight
need to
him.
like go for it. How many can he take at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, it depends on the country because there's some countries that are bigger. You know.
Okay, I understand.
How many Brazilians can he fight?
Let's go with.
Like what's a soft country? Like South Koreans? Well, no, actually, like they just don't look like the team. They're all like smaller guys.
Yes, they are smaller in stature.
The Japanese
it's
guys.
just statistically, it's like that.
It's like smaller guys. Like a lot of the African guys are smaller as well.
Yes.
Like the Scandinavian guys, they're all a bit bigger.
Yes.
The Germans
Okay,
are
so
quite
let's
a
go
big
with
team as
how
well.
many Japanese
Quite a few. I think
soccer players. Football players, sorry.
He got
I think
he got that dog. Like I've seen fight circus, like a few fights in fight circus where it's like these two skinny guys trying to take on like one fat guy.
Yes, yeah.
If you haven't ever seen fight circus, do yourself a favor. But you need to be in the right headspace. So I mean, like you need to be drunk. You're gonna love it. Also go watch. There's like this documentary Napoleon Blown Apart on YouTube. I love his stuff. But yeah, fight circus. And he there was one guy and he knocked out two guys quite easily. Do I think 6 soccer players can hold down Joel Romero? I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, they're starting from a distance. I think he can take at least 10 of them.
If they
Just
start,
looking
if they
at
start
how
from
they-
a distance,
yeah, yeah.
especially like yeah,
I think he can. Yeah.
And I mean, once you drop one, then the rest are immediately hesitant.
Yeah, or you just low kick the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to knock them out. You just have to hurt, like bruise.
Yes. Like I mean, obviously those guys are soft cars.
And the only reason why we had this discussion was we saw how the guys were reacting to some of the controversial tackles.
Like, obviously they're not really hurt,
Yeah.
but you know they have that, you know, inside their heads
It
they
hurts.
have like that kind of mentality of like, oh, I am hit, I'm gonna go down, you know, like you go down immediately. I promise you, if you take one Cuban to the face, you're going sleepy. I'm going sleepy. Anyone's going sleepy.
Okay. Do you
So
think
probably
there's
I think the entire team. I think like a big guy, like someone in the heavyweight division, like
Yeah.
a Ngannou, a Gane,
Yeah.
Yoel, a Pereira can take like an entire team.
what football player do you think will give you the hardest matchup if you had to fight him in a fight?
Okay, it has to be a goalkeeper.
Why?
Goalkeepers are big.
Okay.
Like a lot of those keepers are like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4".
Okay.
They're
And
quite
they
big
have
guys.
good reaction time.
They
you
have
know,
good reaction
like-
time. They're flexible.
Yeah, they lanky.
Ye-
They stretch.
From a soccer perspective, like if you have to say which position is the best basis for fighting,
Yeah.
not strikers, because they usually
But they're quick and they're very fit.
they're quick and they fit, but I would say midfielders are quite fit.
There's
but,
that one guy.
But
I think.
if you take a hold of a striker, like
Yeah.
he's going nowhere.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense. So your plan is to already grapple them.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, have you ever like if you suplex?
Do you have a
striker-
name of a footballer you would like to fight?
I'm trying to think of first guys I don't like now.
Because I remember there was a guy. I think his surname is Torres. He played for Wolves.
Yeah,
Thick bloke.
thick bloke.
Yeah, I think he would be because he looks super strong. He looks very fit. He's a striker, but he looks like
Yeah.
a forward player in rugby. He's a unit, and I think he would be my toughest match.
You know, there's actually Robert Lewandowski is quite in good shape.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen him. He's the
Yes.
Polish striker. That
Yeah.
man is ripped. Him and then who's that Belgian striker? What's his name? Like a
Belgium.
Belgian, yeah, big guy.
I think Holland will also be a tough fight. He looks like he has dog in him.
Holland.
Yeah.
He looks quite soft to me.
No, he has some of those where he's like running into people.
That's the thing. They're quite physical.
Yeah, they.
But I think a goalkeeper, I think like a Manuel Neuer
Yes.
is quite a difficult guy to beat, just because they're so flexible.
Okay, so you are fighting Neuer. I'm
Neuer.
fighting Holland.
Yes. There we go. Manuel Neuer, childhood hero.
and Haaland.
Haaland, whatever.
Haaland.
But like I like Manuel Neuer.
Haaland.
That's the thing. But I think he would be. I think Manuel Neuer could swing.
Okay.
Like, I think he
and
can
if
swing.
one of them pulls out of injury, you fighting the Torres guy.
Yes, and the thing is, like those German
Quickly
guys.
Google that Torres guy. Wolf.
I don't
I think
have
he's a
data right now,
Wolves.
and I
Okay.
can't click your Wi-Fi.
I think it's Torres.
I don't know.
Big black guy plays for Wolves.
There's the
Very strong.
What's that? Like also the Belgian striker I'm thinking of. Like also big black guy. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Who would you like to party with?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't think any soccer players. I think they would just piss me off too much. Like I don't know. Just
I think Kevin De Bruyne parties.
yeah, but he's like the cool guy. But like a
Or
Neymar.
Aguero, just so that when I'm drunk I can shout Aguero.
Like I don't know. Like guys like Neymar. Just
Yeah.
kind of pisses me. You know. Like I have.
Okay.
Like that's the guy I want to fight.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
Neymar.
You want to fight Neymar?
I want to fight Neymar.
Okay.
Grapple him. Because I mean, like it's the thing is with striking. Eh?
Yeah.
Like if you wanna make the opponent not have a lack of time. Like striking, maybe you'll land your hooks, you'll land your overhand, joops, good night, lights out, game over. Ne?
Yeah.
But I mean, you're in and you're out, and it's not that much. Yes, it can get painful and can get cock after a time, but it's okay.
Yeah.
If someone like takes you down, traps your arm behind your back, and just the entire night, just squish,
Yeah.
squish, bang, squish, bang.
That sucks.
That sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. I think we should just call them all out.
Yeah, any soccer player.
Any soccer players in South Africa.
Yes.
If you want to have a celebrity boxing match with Jusha Dann,
or even just for fun, like
or
like test yourself first.
yeah, we can make that happen.
We can. Thursday night sparring.
Send us an email or just comment on this
If
video.
you're a soccer player that thinks, you know what, I think this fighting thing is not all it turns out to be.
Yeah.
But we'll go through the levels. Ne?
And also Casper Neuves, Dan said you
But he
can't
can box, eh?
That's not what you said before the episode.
What
Don't-
episode? But yeah, Casper, I'm not afraid of you. Kom, bro.
Kom Casper.
I'm afraid of no man except you, Al Romero.
Okay, this is taking a sad turn. Thank you guys so much for watching.
It was a fun one. We're off the rails, but I love it.
We're gonna keep on watching the World Cup
Yes,
because
the
that's gonna be fun.
Germany-Japan game now.
We're gonna formulate some theories of who we can fight and who we do not like the matchup of. And we'll let you all know. Please let us know your top 5 picks of the best fighters that have never won a UFC title. I think we would like to see your picks, and also let us know who you think won the draft pick between myself and Jusha.
But just to finish off, I think there's some soccer players that can create some leverage with some strikes, but they can't grapple.
We are done
Right,
with this.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.
Cheers, people.